In 1973, the idea of two local cooperatives joining together for the benefit of both memberships was a new idea. 50 years ago, when the Vincent and Badger cooperatives unified, one location with 50 car unit train capability and the other with excess grain to market, New Cooperative was born.
I think the number one reason why New Cooperative has been so successful these 20 years that they've been in existence is the foresight of the directors of Badger and Vincent when the whole thing was started. The focus of the directors and management and employees has always been to serve the farmer, make more money for the farmer, anything they can do. New Co-op is here for only one reason, and that is to serve the farmer, and that is what every employee is focused on.
If it's good for our membership, eventually it'll be good for New Cooperative too, and we'll adjust and continue to find ways to create value for our membership.
That same spirit of cooperation, being farmer-focused and member-driven, continues to guide New Cooperative today.
My name's Dave Holm. I serve as the Executive Director for the Iowa Institute for Cooperatives. I think 50 years is obviously a landmark, but I think in all reality you have to go back even prior to 50 years because there were parent co-ops that have been around much longer than 50 years. I remember when I started working at the Iowa Institute, I met the manager at that time, Brent Bunny, and Brent told me something I never forgot, and that is that New does what's good for the farmer. If it's good for the farmer, it will be good for New Co-op. And I think that's always been New's mantra and forte. We're going to do things that the farmers benefit from, and they'll value that, and they value that relationship then that develops with New Cooperative.
People that know me well know that I say things like they are. I don't cut any slack. I'm Harry Stein. I'm a farmer. I tell people that I've lived here longer than that, but I've worked on this farm for 76 years. And we've had a relationship with New for many years. Obviously, over this period of time, we've dealt with a lot of different organizations and a lot of different entities, both in selling our seed across the Midwest and in getting inputs for our significant farm operation. It's amazing that this New Co-op is the most outstanding, best managed organization that we've encountered anywhere here in the Midwest and or for the inputs on our farm.
We're in an industry that has gone through dramatic change over the last 50 years. There are very, very few agribusinesses that exist today that were in existence 50 years ago, let alone farmer-owned cooperatives. There's only roughly 40 farmer-owned cooperatives in the state of Iowa today that were in existence 50 years ago. And so being able to adapt to this change and remaining relevant, and also having a company in position to be successful for another 50 years, I believe is rather unique in our industry. I think it's been significant in the fact that it allows us to, one, remain relevant, two, allows us to spread costs over a larger business, which today is extremely important. Especially this past year, our expenses have increased the most they have in decades. The size and scope of New has allowed us to spread those expenses off a larger volume of business, bringing that member a more competitive grain bid or more competitive cost on his agronomy inputs. Those are the types of things that growth helps with. That growth has allowed us to do things that we never thought we would do, like build a port, bring a new market to our membership that a smaller company simply cannot do, or expand in the feed industry to the size and scope we had, and create that 50 million bushel a year market that our producers now can sell their commodities into. Those are the things that a large organization can do that simply a small one cannot today in the competitive environment we're in.
New Cooperative is unique in the sense that they have a very global kind of perspective. You know, it's easy when you're located in one particular region of a rural state to have a local parochial perspective and to kind of fall into doing business the same way you've always done it. And those are the companies that don't last to 50 years, that have that perspective. The companies that do last to 50 years and beyond are the ones who keep their feet rooted in their culture, in their values, understanding who they aspire to serve, why they were originally created in the first place, but understanding that the market does change and they need to make some adaptations in order to be able to capitalize on that. And I think New Cooperative has done a really exceptional job in that.
To all the employees of New Cooperative over the last 50 years that have truly built this company from 2 locations in 1973 to a multi-billion-dollar business today, it's your dedication, the hours you've put in, and your love of agriculture and what you do that has created New Cooperative. Today, when I go to retirements of employees that have been here for 40 years, I can't help but think back, wow, how their career has changed over the last 40 years and what value they brought to this organization. They are truly the lifeblood of New Cooperative. To the New Cooperative Board of Directors that in 1973 had the vision to build a company that would survive over 50 years, thank you for that support and allowing us to do the things that we wanted to do to position New to be a leader in the field for 5 decades. That vision truly gave us the ability to do what we enjoy doing. And to the members of New Cooperative who have purchased products, sold grain, bought feed and fuel over 50 years, New today would not be what they are without you. It's that consistent support and belief in what we do and the value we add to your operations is what gave us the confidence to build the company we have today.
We cannot forget why New Cooperative started. We cannot ever forget our focus. We can't forget where we came from and what our mission is, what our values are, and how are we going to continue to build on that for the next 50 years. If 50 years is just the start, I think the outlook for New Cooperative, it's unlimited. I think the potential is there. We have such an opportunity that lies out there in front of us, and we're poised and we're primed and we're positioned to continue to be a strong cooperative for the next 50 years, if not longer. The investments that New Cooperative has made over the years in the employees, in the facilities, in the overall vision and the planning will set the members of New Cooperative up for much success in the future.